Oh my god. Okay. I have this friend. Her name is Gabi Navarro. And she is like one of the cooler humans in my circle. You know what I mean? Like one of the cooler people. She's just very cool. And I think she has really good taste. I think like objectively she has very good taste. I don't know if we always agree. But if anyone's wrong, it's probably me. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Anyway, she says that my hair without curling or like doing anything to it is cool. She says that this is cool. And like, what an amazing thing it would be to love my hair without heating products. So like, I really want to believe that this looks good, that this is cool. Is it? I don't know, but I'm trying, Gabby. I'm trying. We are in our cool girl era. No, we're not. But we are in like trying to embrace our hair era. I have to tell you, I'm in a very musical theater place today. It's intense and it's really fueling my heart. Such a lover lives, we both know. It's Aida's 25th anniversary. And God, what a good musical it is! Like, my God. You know, let me tell you. My favorite thing about social media, I think, is dogs. Also, my people finding me, like, when we find each other. Oh, it's so cool! I love it. Like, the friendships that I've built on the women that have reached out to me just because I put my ideas out there. Stunning. Stunning! I'm watching RuPaul's Drag Race season 5. And it has the Northerner girls. Oh, I'm obsessed with them and their accent. Anyway, the third and most magical one is all of these like old Broadway videos that my teenage self would have like paid money for, you know? Like, you don't understand, guys, like how deep I went into like online Broadway forums when I was a teenager to like get any, I had never been to New York. I was obsessed with musical theater and I just wanted like literally every like illegal recording of a Broadway show. I didn't care. I just like had to see it with my own eyes. And a lot of those videos are just pop up on my Instagram and like, yes, listen Instagram, give me more of those please. And it's my favorite thing. Like I get to see these performances that my teenage self would have killed to see, you know? Oh, it's so special. It's gonna make me cry. Oh, I'm such a crybaby lately. Tipo, no puedo dejar de llorar. Lloro todo el tiempo. Todos los días. Llanto. It's sort of the reason why I'm here today. Lovely connecting of thoughts. Oh my god. Polka dotted, striped, or even checked. I sang this when I was... how old was I? Probably like 16 on stage. And I was a diva, okay? Like, I did the walk. I thought I looked fabulous. And I had no chorus, so like, I had to fill in a lot of music. And I went for it. It was really fun. I miss it! My name is Lorena Martinez and I love musical theater. I'm painting Minnie Mouse for my nieces. Where's my paintbrush? Oh my god. No, pero neta, lo necesito. Ah, it fell. I have to tell you, Joaquin doesn't like being with me. Like when I watch TV, sometimes he's with me and it's like my favorite moment of the day. But he like goes to this like corner in my closet to sleep. But when I do playdates, he like immediately comes. Like he wants to be here with you. You know, he knows. He knows magic is, every time there's like magic in the room, it's quite stunning. Anywhere where we are, my leader. Heather Headley. The queendom. I know the music is really low and that's on purpose because I don't want to have issues with like copyright anything. I don't want to steal anything. I just want to sing Broadway songs while I paint. More affection than he needs, almost formal, too respectful, takes romantic leads. There are times when I imagine I'm not always on his mind, thinking what I'm thinking. Always half a step behind. Always half a step behind. Oh. I'm painting Minnie Mouse. The coolest Minnie Mouse. Like, she is cool. Something really magical happened. Oh, I was back home in Monterrey. I was hanging out with my nieces and my nephew, and I was sharing my art with them, and it blew their minds. I became like the coolest aunt. And it felt so cool for them to believe that I am so cool. I don't know why we're wanting to be cool lately, but like, it feels good when your nephews think you're cool. And Marcelito, my only boy nephew, asked me to like do a little thing on his notebook, a soccer thing. And so I did it, and then they all started asking me to like doodle in their notebooks, and they were like, freaking out. And I was like, oh, you guys are not even ready. It's like, tell me what you want me to like paint you. And they say Paddington, and so like I did my first commissioned piece pro bono, and I painted Paddington, and it like blew their minds. And so I got like very excited. I was like, no, let's take this further. Let's like one for each. Like, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? The commissions have been Winnie the Pooh, which I shared with you. Stitch, which I will share with you. Oh my god, a soccer thing. Like, he wanted something to do with Real Madrid. I'll share with you. And then Minnie Mouse. But anyway, this like process has been so joyful. Like, every time someone commissions me, it really like ignites every cell in my body. And like really exciting things happen, because for me it's about like getting to know the person, getting to know what magic they believe in, like what sparks their soul, asking them questions, and then like either I go off and like I decide what I make, which is usually the case, or we agree on like, what do you want? Like these beautiful characters, like she chose this Minnie Mouse. But then like the love and joy that it brings to the painting, and knowing who it's for, and like these paintings are extra chaotic because my nephews are very chaotic, and I like think of them and feel them while I'm doing it. And the fact that I know that this is gonna like hang in their wall and like spark them, I just saw like over there, and anyway, really fuels me. It really fuels me. And all of this has made me believe that it is time to share my art. My god, because like in a formal way, take on commission. Oh my god. It's easy as love. I'm particularly ignited by like igniting kids to love art. For like a child to have like a piece of art that's made for them, that is like their own spark, and that is as wild as they are. I think it's so special, and honestly, it's like a very limited engagement. I am not a painting machine, nor am I starting an art business, but I feel it's correct to do 100 commissions. 100 commissions. And it's more about like having a piece of art. It's like you're creating it with me, we're collaborating, I'm getting to know you and who it's for. And like, I'm just infusing some of the magic that happens in this room into a painting that gets to be like a part of your story forever, you know? And I love thinking about how every time that person sees it, it's gonna like ignite a spark in them and make them feel seen and make them feel loved and remind them of something within themselves, like a magic, you know? And I think that's very special. Sigo grabando sin pintar, pendeja. O sea, everywhere but where we are, my leader and my traitor. Let's do purple, because purple and orange make shit cool. It's so strange he doesn't show me. When I was a teenager, I would learn the songs of like the roles that I would play, that I would be cast in. So I know all of Sherry Renee Scott's track. Because obviously I was gonna be cast as a princess. I actually really like this purple. So long ago, so well. The best thing about doing paintings for kids is that I get to go really wild with the glitter and the neon. Anytime neon comes on, little Lore goes like, yes! Let's do it! More! Like more glitter. Look at the amount of glitter on this Minnie Mouse. It's a lot of glitter. You know what just crossed my mind? Love stories. Where is mine? No, seriously, what the fuck? I don't know, I like, Minnie has this like accidental neon orange. I'm into it. I wanna start. Oh my god. Megan Hilty was the first Glinda I ever saw. Yes, I've seen over 13 Glindas. That's high. From afar. When I was younger, I really believed that I could sing exactly like Megan Hilty. The answer is no. The answer is no. God, listen, I can sing. And if I train, I can do impressive things. Like, it'll sound good. Pero it's not one of those gifts, you know? Like, some people, that's the gift. Singing is not the gift. It's like a little gift. It's like, you get this. You get to be able to sing the songs you love. However, it's not the Audra, the Patty. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have that gift. That's okay. I have other gifts. I've made peace with it. My teenage self is furious because all she wants to do is star on Broadway. But like, baby girl, it's just gonna happen differently. It is gonna happen because I will get like a limited engagement, like special moment. What? I remember that night, I just might regret that night for the rest of my days. I remember those soldier boys stripping over themselves to win all praise. Remember that dream like candlelight, like a dream that you can't quite place. Alexander, I'll never forget the first time I saw your face. I have never been the same. Intelligent eyes and a hunger-fight frame. And when you said hi, I forgot my day name. Set my heart aflame, free heart flame. I've never known in that hunger frame. Do you mean you forget yourself? I'm never satisfied, is that right? I don't hate Neon Minnie Mouse. My name is like a Skylar. Es que the light is the key to her smile. I mean, is that profound or what? Oh, it's a strange thing when your social media starts growing. Oh, that looks cool. I wanted to have a playdate today because I've been thinking about this thing, this magical thing that has happened in my life. And the best way I can describe it is the shift between paranoia to pronoia. From like freaking out and like praying and hoping that everything works out to like really knowing that it will more magically than I anticipate, like in my body. And I attribute this shift to my creativity, like 1,000%. Before, when I first moved to LA and I wanted to be an actor and I had to get famous or I was gonna be deported, I was like, oh yeah? What? Like, challenge accepted. I'm sorry I scared you. But like, challenge accepted, you know? And I went hard. Oh, I'm sorry. I burped. Lady. And I went hard. I went really hard, and I'm very smart and very savvy, and I networked and I strategized, you know, like all the things. And I remember believing, like I remember thinking that like, okay, if I go to the gym today, if I do my best to be skinny, then that is me taking action towards my dreams. Like I genuinely believed that prepping my body to look good was the way that I was going to find success. Like, truly. And very toxically also believed that if I didn't, I wouldn't. That if I wasn't skinny enough, I wouldn't succeed. And I saw a lot of evidence of that all around me. Anyway, I actually did not want to talk about that at all. But I remember being like, I'm going to update my casting profile. I'm going to find my agent. I'm going to get a manager. I'm going to get skinny. Like, I'm going to network. Like, because people are like, you have to take action on your dreams. And I really believed that that was how I was going to take action towards my dreams. And then, of course, I was like up against the wall with immigration and a show was birthed. I already told that story in my TED Talk. We're not going to repeat it. But that show was like the first shift into my creativity, where the focus was no longer on like, how can I get booked? But like, what am I creating? You know? And the journey of that script took me places that like I never anticipated, and it gave me enough confidence to believe that I could write something else. Because for a long time while I was working on that show, I was like, this is all I've got. They say write what you know, like this is my story, this is it. But then seeing it do so well and meeting people that were really like taken by my writing, I was like, maybe I could write other things. And I feel like just that little shift in belief changed my life, because ideas were like, okay, I don't know, I feel like after that ideas came flooding in. After I was like, okay, I'm in, like, let's see what's out there. Like ideas came flooding in, and there was this one particular idea that I became obsessed with. And then it was like a snowball of creative ideas, and my business and my courses and my keynotes and my movies and my show and my painting. Like I started just like my entire life revolves around what I'm creating. Every day I am creating. And like when I'm creating, I remember my power. Not only that, I'm like using it. I'm like in my magic. Whatever I'm creating, a post, a painting, like a course, a movie, a show, a pitch, like whatever it is, it's me and mama playing. It's become the greatest love story. Me and my ideas. And like I have the big one, the like big life mission. This is what I was born to do, big idea. That is going to take years. And then I have like my business, and I have my keynotes, and I have my show. And now we're at the point where like we really got to figure out like an ecosystem where all of these creative ideas can like coexist, and not just coexist, but like flow into each other, like help each other thrive. I really think like the whole thing is a tree, and like it's just different branches, but they together, you know what I mean? Anyway, what I've found and believe with my whole soul is that when we unleash our creativity, when we explore it, when we say yes to it, when we decide to live a creative life, we literally learn to bask in the unknown. Not just like be okay with the unknown, but like, I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's gonna be amazing. Like it literally, it's a muscle that you have to train, that belief, that because it's not just like, oh, another big thing that I used to do when I was a working actor, or like struggling to act. A struggling actor is what I was. When I was a struggling actor, was like meditate and visualize and feel the feelings and see myself on set and taste the coffee that I'm gonna get in the morning, and like feel the lady doing my makeup, like just like visualizations. And I firmly believe like enough, I've done enough for the day, it's coming. The order has been put in. And I'm not saying it wasn't, and I'm not saying that didn't work, and that aligning with the feeling of my future self wasn't like a beautiful part of the journey and important. But now it's more than just visualizing my future self. It's like inhabiting her. It's me stepping into her power and what she knows that I don't. And every time I create, I believe that I am like my inner child, my future self, and my present. Like it is a multi-dimensional thing creating. And I believe that stepping into that power and having vision, because now it's not visualizations, it's like visions that come to me that I like bask in and I feel are just truth, because I'm not like trying to imagine like, what is the drink that I'm going to have on set? Like I have bigger visions than that, but like, you know what I mean? Like it just comes to me now while I'm creating. I like want to say the right words, but the biggest shift for me has been that energy of like please God, like, please let it happen for me too. Like, you sent me here, you know, like, you led me this way. Like, why isn't it happening? Please let this be my year. And like, please let this be the year that I do a recurring. Please let this, like, just like my goals was like 2 guest stars, 2, you know what I mean? And I was so like hyper fixated on that. And now there's no like, please let this happen for me anymore. There is no longer any doubt about who I am. I spend more time believing it than not. And I wake up every morning, like I used to wake up with a pit of anxiety that I had to like meditate, visualize, exercise, enjoy my way out of, which like, thank God I did. But I no longer have to like do that swimming up to the surface. I wake up in the sun, being able to breathe and believing that things are really working out. And instead of like, when is it going to happen? I'm hyper aware that I'm like on the journey towards it. Like, this is the story. This is the part of the book where this happens. And this is the part of the book where like, lessons, you know what I mean? But it just feels like part of the story towards my destiny, which is what my heart yearns for. And all of that happened in like the span of like a year and a half of me being like, okay, ideas, I'm in. And something happens when you like say yes to your big ideas and advocate for them and fall in love with them and get to know them. Like, you're no longer alone. You're like dancing with mama. It's really stunning. But the effect that my creativity has had on my mental health, on my like overall well-being, on my awakening, that was like, I did not see that coming. I did not see it coming. I did not understand how profound it was to live in your creative power every day. That's why I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with it. Because it changes your life. It reminds you of who you are. It literally like shakes away your insecurities and it gives you like creative authority. You learn to trust your creative instincts. And that makes you really, really powerful in every aspect. It affects everything. How you lead, how you parent, like how you drive. Like, genius affects everything. You know what I mean? It's stunning. It just fills you with joy. And it makes you proud of yourself. And you're going to bed being like, I'm that bitch. Like, and you wake up, you're like, all right, I am that bitch. And then things start to happen that you prayed for. And by the time they're happening, you're like, of course they're happening. I very much created this. Like, yes, very grateful and amazing how magical the world works. But like, there's no shock. There's like immense gratitude and crying, but there's no like, oh, me? Like, of course you've been working for this your whole life. Yes, girl. Like, you know what you've been called to do. You know what you were put on this earth to do. Your body knows. And if you think you don't know, like, connect to your joy and listen to your body and pay attention to whatever sparks your curiosity, because you know. And other people don't. They don't know what you are here to do, you know? And a lot of people have a lot of opinions about what you are here to do. And like, excuse me, I mean, I have an opinion about what you're here to do. And I think it's become the most you can ever be in your life. But I think that is the correct opinion and the only opinion. My opinion is that you were put on this earth to do some really great shit, that you are onto something. And if it's getting hard and if it's getting dark, just ask yourself, what am I creating? What am I creating? What am I doing with my life? What am I putting out there? What am I leaving the world with? What do I want to say? How does my pass on this earth affect change? You know? We're here to create. Like, that is, like, actually what we're here to do. Like, the one thing that humans are here to do is create. And it's why we are divine, because we create with mama. Listen. We can do a keynote right now, okay? But let's keep it very simple. When you create, you are your highest self. When you create, you are your future self. You are your inner child. You are the best parts of you. And experiencing the best parts of you makes you fall in love with yourself harder and harder. And slowly but surely, my love, you start believing it, like, in your body, like it becomes like your identity before there's physical proof. That is the superpower that creativity gives you. So you don't have to like spend hours convincing yourself and repeating mantras. I mean, whatever works for you, of course, you know? But like just creating with intention, just playing does that for you. And it's very fun. The more you use it, the more powerful it becomes. And you start getting like really genius ideas and things start flowing and you start really trusting every download, every instinct, and suddenly you're like a motherfucking sorceress creator extraordinaire, okay? So instead of asking yourself, how am I gonna get ahead? How am I gonna succeed? What is my best next step? Ask yourself, what am I gonna create? What am I here to create? What do I want to create? What do I feel like creating? What am I curious about? Those questions spark much more possibility than the latter, and it opens your life up. Go create, my love. I've spoken too much. I feel like I don't feel like closing this up very neatly because I don't know how to right now. Go create, and I'll see you next time.